is up, everybody? Welcome back to Cup Check. Me and Zach had a pretty cool idea for today's video. We're going to be breaking down what we believe to be 10 of the greatest, what if fantasy baseball seasons of all time. These are some guys that are older, some guys from the early 2000s that did not really get a chance to shine on the fantasy platforms of today, but just put up monster numbers. And it's going to be how great would this have been if they were on my team? All right, now that we're over here on the slideshow, we have the top 10 fantasy baseball seasons of all of them will be history. So heading into the number 10 spot, Zach, why don't you talk to us a little bit about your boy, Manny Ramirez?
Yeah, coming in at number 10, this is the guy that I lobbied for, Manny, in 99. 165 RBI, which you just do not see at all in the modern era. And really, the only thing holding him back here is the stolen bases. But this is the type of guy that if you had this on your fantasy team, any manager would be ecstatic.
Most definitely. And this is a season that's just obviously ridiculous. And we gave it the nod over maybe a few seasons that might have been arguably better, but this is modern. 1999 is not too long ago. This is 90-mile-per-hour pitching. This is real tough competition, and those numbers are ridiculous. And if you have 165 RBIs and you lose, there's just no excuse right now. So heading into number 9.
Manny's got to get some more consideration for the Hall of Fame too. But coming in number 9 here, we got Willie Mays, 1955, right in the prime. He shows the versatility here with the stolen bases and the home runs. Not a 30-30 season, but 51 home runs, 24 stolen bases definitely gets the job done.
Yeah, heading into the 1955 fantasy season draft, everybody's like, "Ooh, Mantle this, Roy Campanella that." Willie Mays was always the guy, and people slept on that. And 24 bags on top of those numbers, you just can't ask for more. So heading into the 8th spot, we have Seattle legend, and then also kind of a red as well, King Griffey Jr.
Yeah, we got the kid here back in his youth. 15 stolen bases, 56 home runs. That's pretty close to 60, which are numbers that get kind of crazy. 147 RBI, another thing you just really don't see much anymore, and average over 300. So cannot ask for much more than that.
Yeah, hard to have a top 10 season list of all time without having the kid on there at least somewhere. So that's why we have him spotted at number 8. Heading into 7, this one was another tough one because Ricky Henderson would have been the absolute fantasy gremlin. This dude was stealing 100 bags multiple times. But we ended up choosing the season where he had more bombs and more runs and just better average and on base than some of the years where you're stealing 130 bags, but 80 stolen bases.
Yeah, at some point, he's so far ahead of the competition that you don't really need 100 stolen bases. 80 gets the job done.
Yeah, facts. I mean, 80 stolen bases, that's Trey Turner is getting looks at the number 1 pick because you're hoping he steals half of those bases with similar offensive production. So yeah, I mean, this guy would have been a consensus number 1 pick with those kind of numbers. That's why he's at the 7th spot. Heading into 6, we have another guy that Zach. A-Rod really might have been the guy who inspired this video. If you follow the Cup Check Instagram, you might have seen a little Alex Rodriguez post a little while ago, and he's finally getting his shine right here.
Yeah, 40-40 season. I think this is the first 40-40 season we got on the list. The 40-40 seasons just don't grow on trees, okay? You got to be special for that. And 300 average too. So he had years where he hit more home runs, more RBI, higher average, but this was the most well-rounded season.
Yeah, I mean, this is almost a 40-50 season, really. I mean, 46 stolen bases is absolutely absurd, which is also probably the main reason A-Rod landed at the 6th spot. So heading into number 5, Jimmy Fox, just a drippy looking baseball card over here as well. But like, look at those numbers. Like holy cow. Like you would think like, oh, no one can top this, right?
Yeah,
Wrong.
one of the underrated guys from this era. You think of a lot of Yankees guys, but Jimmy Fox, I mean, this season's incredible. He's only lacking stolen bases, but one of the best offensive seasons of all time.
Yeah, definitely. Jimmy Fox really surprised me. Like I always knew he was kind of one of the goats, but I didn't know just how crazy he was. And this is a guy who I just did a quick Google to confirm this. He might have had catcher eligibility in 1932, which means that five might have been too low for this season because, like, dude, like when I draft a catcher, I'm looking for like 1/5 of these numbers. Uh, yeah, because 60 bombs and 360 average from a catcher, like, dude, I'm just hoping my catcher goes 1 for 4 on the day for the most part in the modern era. I mean, Zach was pretty ecstatic to have Buster Posey in his like final season, just kind of not strike out every time. So heading into 4, we have another one Zach lobbied for, and rightfully so, because 185 RBIs. I mean, that's got to be the most RBIs in a single season ever.
If we're looking on the left here at this picture, he's got some stubby legs. I don't know how he's stealing 17 bags, but if I'm a fantasy manager, however he gets the job done, I'm taking it.
Yeah, I mean that card's making him look maybe 5'5" tall. Like he's just not looking like the monster that these numbers are looking like right next to him. But yeah, Lou Gehrig. I mean, holy cow, those are some serious numbers. 163 runs. Like isn't that like 1 run per game? Like
More than that. They also used to only play 154 back then. So
wow. So yeah, that is ridiculous. Imagine averaging more RBIs and runs than games played. So heading into 3, we have Rogers Hornsby all the way up here from the 1922 season. Horny hit 400. Yeah. Horny put up quite the season, hitting 401. 17 bags is nothing to like. His 17 bags is pretty solid. And, let's not sleep on the position eligibility scarcity. I mean, we kind of probably should have ranked Jimmy Fox higher if he was catcher eligible, but Hornsby's a second baseman. So like you're getting these kind of numbers out of a second baseman. It really reminds me almost of Marcus Semien from last year, but like times 0.5. Wait, no, times 2.
yeah, we're talking 400 average here. I mean, that doesn't happen very often. But I know we're getting to some old geezers, but it's just a little bit of a trip down memory lane with 1922 Rogers Hornsby. And how about that comparison? Rogers Hornsby and Marcus Semien. Two
Yeah,
peas in a pod, you might say.
honestly. And both of them, like I mean, Hornsby probably went off to war, like just after 1922, or like just got out of war or something. And like, I don't know, with Russia going on, maybe Marcus Semien will be out there too. So heading in the number 2 spot, everyone was waiting on him. The Bambino, the Sultan of SWAT, the Babe. Any other nicknames off the top of your head, Zach?
I was thinking the Babe.
But yeah, 59 bombs, 168 ribbies. And like, who knew Babe was stealing 17 bags?
Yeah, I don't know who the catchers were in 1921, but like
Yeah, we
they
got
got
to
to
be
hold on
better.
the runners a little better, man.
Yeah, definitely. The pop times were probably pretty slow back then. Also, let's not sleep on the 512 on base percentage. It's pretty solid. It's like a coin flip. Moving on to the number 1 spot.
Yeah, really not a tough decision here. We got Barry Bonds, Miss Prime. 2001, 73 home runs, which that's just numbers you look at and it doesn't even look real. He still stole a few bags with an on base percentage of 515. So if you're in an OBP league, It's pretty OP. And what's crazy is this might have not even been his best season, but we thought it was his best fantasy season just because of the counting numbers with the 73 home runs.
Yeah, and when we were doing this video, we had to like make the rule that we were only going to do one season per player, pretty much based on Barry Bonds, because like the dude was an absolute monster. If you had this dude in your fantasy dynasty year, you probably actually had a dynasty. Like you were probably not getting beat, and people were probably rage quitting just because they were jealous they didn't have Barry Bonds. But we have another player who's kind of like that in the current age, which leads us to the number 0 spot, who some would consider the GOAT, Shogo Akiyama.
Yeah, I mean, look at those stats, man. It's incredible.
Yeah. Honestly, 3 years, 21 mil is just not enough at this point. Especially when you're putting up almost 70-40 seasons. Like, who would have thought Shogo would be this good when he crossed the narrow sea to get here? Yeah.
Yeah, well, we really do enjoy Shogo. Not to poke fun at the guy, we love him, but yeah, we hope this was an entertaining video of Cup Check.
Yeah, we
Let
tried to
us know.
spruce it. Yeah, try to spruce it up a little bit.
Yeah, let us know if we missed some guys. I know we wanted to get some honorable mentions to like guys like Trout, Yelich, Harper. They've all had some crazy fantasy seasons.
Yeah, there
And the
was a
guy
pool holes year in there.
Alfonso Soriano with a 40-40 season one year didn't quite make the cut. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Here on the Cup Check channel, we're trying to continue to pump out new content and maybe explore some different kind of videos. Let us know if you liked kind of more of a PowerPoint style video where we talk about other baseball related content, maybe not just like your standard top 10 ranking. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Signing off.